Kevin Garnett was traded to the Celtics, and this is what happened. I went back to read the comments from when Kevin Garnett was traded to the Celtics. Nick Knutson said, I really like this trade. Now I want to see 4 things happen in order. Number 1, Kevin McHale quit and leave the Wolves completely. I saw a lot of that, unfortunately. I saw a lot of those kind of comments. 2, Glenn Taylor sells the team. 3, KG win a championship. Well, that happened. And 4, the T-Wolves get a Mark Cuban type owner that is actually passionate about his team and rebuilds it into a contender in first class style. DJ McCoke said, I have Kevin Garnett's rookie trading card. Haven't checked the price for many years. It must have good price now, huh? Considering now he's even playing in a better team. Not going to read your name because I'm not sure if that's a good thing, but they said, way to go, Boston. Good to see they are trying to climb back up the ranks. Seriously, though, I say they can make it pretty far, but I think even the Cavaliers, the thing is blocking, I can't see, would be able to beat them in the playoffs. Agent Kang said, definitely, too bad we did nothing to bring in a solid rebounder and slasher. They were talking about Chris Bosh on the Miami Heat, and I think basically that they were going to have some struggles, but guess what? The Celtics won anyway. Wait a minute, Chris Bosh was not on the Miami Heat yet. They were talking about Chris Bosh because I saw his name. They were talking, I guess him on the Raptors, whatever. They were basically saying you have nothing to worry about, and this guy said, I wish we brought in a solid rebounder and slasher. Tube Roller, that's a good name, said, I love KG and this was a great move. My sis lives in the area and has always been a huge Celtics fan. She was really pumped by this. I know this will instantly make the Celtics a better team, but I worry about the overall depth of that team. Who is coming off the bench and when? I know KG understands that this is the best shot at a title, and his emotions show he really hated leaving. He seemed to be one of those players who loved the city and the fans, but had a problem with the team. That's too bad. Minnesota deserves a good basketball team, and KG deserves to win. I would have loved to just see, my head's blocking, but probably that he wanted both, that he got both in Minnesota. Borat said, wow, if Ray Allen and Paul Pierce stay healthy, they could be pretty good this year. Kramer 5150 said, damn, we could have used him out here, wherever out here is. Top Shelf said, a good move for both teams. Of course it kills Minnesota to lose him, but you gotta give Kevin credit for having 12 years there, with some of them with a hopeless season. Though Boston isn't a for sure winning team, you knew the top teams wanted him but couldn't afford or pull the trigger, so this was the next best step from a Phoenix, Miami, Detroit type of team. It's kind of funny to go back and read these comments and, you know, people weren't sure the Celtics were going to win a championship, even with Kevin Garnett. So it's kind of ironic, you know, we get to look back, hindsight 2020. Nibby Yabi. Oh, well, Brandon right it is. Shizle, whatever, Shizelbs said, there's a no-brainer way to make this team an instantly better. Add Ray Allen and Kevin Garnett. It should be a fun year for the Celtics fans. It will be interesting to see what the team can do in the Eastern Conference. Agent Kang is back and said, OMG, they have I hate when this blocks, but they have a starting lineup of Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, I guess Kevin Garnett, it says, that's a nice looking starting 5. James Bean said, wow, seems pretty likely that they'll at least get to the Eastern Conference Finals. I doubt that they would have much of a chance in the finals though. Oh, James Bean, they won a chip. You kind of need to play defense to win championships, and I don't see this team having a whole lot of talent in that area. MTK version said KG drawing defenders down low, leaving Ray open outside or mid-range, or dumping it off to a slashing Paul Pierce. Sick team. Socrates, wow. Socrates 63 said, wow, gotta give credit to Boston for being so aggressive this offseason. It should make the East very interesting next season. Kramer 5150 is back and says, curious, where is their payroll? How far under cap are they? Nab Wong said, seriously, I'm in Boston and I didn't know the Celtics still existed. Really? Great timing. It's time for the Pats, Sox, and Celtics to sweep it all. Lutway says, if the Lakers can just do this for Kobe. KG, one of the greatest power forwards of all time, definitely the best of our time, better than Tim Big Yawn Duncan. Hey, no disrespect to Tim Big Yawn, okay? He may be Big Yawn, but he got big 5 chips. Just no players allowed him to win some rings. Ray Allen, probably one of the purest shooters out there. Paul Pierce, real versatile player, can shoot and penetrate. Celtics 2008 NBA champs. Okay, Lutway, you got it right. This is a very long comment, so Nfusion770, I'm only reading the first paragraph. I'm sorry. For years, Minnesota Sports Radio has said that Garnett and Pierce were ideal partners, and that the Wolves should do whatever possible to get Pierce. Garnett is the consummate do-everything player, his disinterest in taking over scoring in the final minutes of a game pretty much being his only flaw. Coupling someone like Garnett with Pierce and or Ray Allen is the perfect situation. Millie M says KG has a few years left in him, and that's about it. Wow. The trade deadline was July 31st, so it makes more sense for the Wolves to trade him than let him go to free agents. We need to get rid of McHale and sign some more players. I told you, everyone was talking about Kevin McHale. And sign some more players. I am sure the bunch we have now, in addition to the players we got from Boston, will do all right, but we need some more talent. KG will do fine in Boston with Pearson Allen. Will be fun to watch him play. Millie M, back again. I guess this was before he found out. Or maybe it was the same day, I don't know. He said to Boston, what the blank? 50 Stang said, this is unreal. McHale, I told you, everyone was talking about Kevin McHale. McHale should have been fired years ago. Is he on a mission to just blank the Wolves over before he leaves the team? Metallic Ponies said, great, T-Wolves are gonna suck even more. Les said, who cares? Well, they won a championship, so a lot of people care. Fight for Glory said, wow, a major blockbuster deal occurring this afternoon. Kevin Garnett is leaving Minnesota after the Celtics agreed to acquire. Is this guy a reporter? Or girl a reporter? Because they talking like one. Hey, maybe this person became a reporter. Like, I don't know who Fight for Glory is, but maybe they're at ESPN now. Who knows? I think it's a nice deal for the Celtics, though. Sorry, I skipped over some of his message. Or her message. Though they did lose a lot of depth. Your thoughts? Well, my thoughts are they won a championship, so I guess it doesn't matter. Gizmo says, I'm not sure it'll be too good of a trade. Kevin seems to have the best years behind him. Ooh, I mean, since 2004, 2005, he has been lacking some momentum, but I could be wrong, and it could be a very good deal. KC Chiefs fan, oh, let's find this guy or girl, because the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, little did they know. LOL, I was just going to post this. You beat me to it. Honestly, I think sometimes players need something like this to spark their career again. I say the change in teams is going to do him good, and you're going to see a better ball player now. Watch. You'll see. Legend said, exciting news. I've always been a Kevin Garnett fan, and he'll make an excellent addition to the Celtics. Definitely one of the better things to happen for the Celtics in some time. Conquest 102 says, great news for the Celtics. I just think this may be the start of a new era. And we'll end it on this one. Todd Potential said, because Insomniac 34 said, this is just an absurd amount to give up for one player. I just hope the Celtics can fill out the roster with at least a decent supporting cast. And Todd replies, exactly my point. This is how Ainge does business without a clue. Well, guess what? Again, they won the championships. So I guess they had a clue. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and see you next time. Bye.